Here we are then for the first race in our Funbikes M2R Racing Junior category. Elliot Dufton lines up on pole position. Chase Collymore is alongside him in second place. Reece Stevenson takes third position ahead of Zach Shelton in fourth. Luca Allen is in fifth place. Max Feeney in sixth. Jack Worth and Joe Duggan make up the fourth row of the grid in seventh and eighth respectively. In ninth position we have Henry Bain, and in 10th Joe Woodward. 11th is Daniel Goodman, and alongside him will be Preston Ward. Last but by no means least we have Mason Greasley in 13th, and hopefully we'll see Lizzie Whitmore out there in 14th, although she did not set a time in qualifying. 11 riders showing up on my timing screen, so I'm not quite sure who we will have out there. Lizzie Whitmore has shown up, and just trying to pick through the names now to see who hasn't. So I can't see Mason Greasley's transponder, although we'll keep an eye out for him. Regardless, number 441 on your left hand side is Elliot Dufton. Chase Collymore is the number 7 to the right hand side on the screen. You can also see Reece Stevenson there in third place.
Interesting chatter really with Elliot Dufton, of course, who's running strongly so far this year as the green flag goes up. And also, of course, the number 33 of Max Feeney as they get away. Good start there for the 441 of Elliot Dufton. Good getaway. And gets away cleanly. Chase Collymore, Zach Shelton, Luke Allen and Max Feeney all amongst the front runners. But Dufton has got the jump and he is checking out early in this race.
Yes, Dufton's done this a couple of times this year. That's why he's top of the championship. Great start from him. Chase Collymore holds second place as well, but he is under pressure coming into Luna Bend from Zach Shelton.
Narrative, Max Feeney there, number 33 in sixth place, one of the riders we spoke to, of course, with the audio issues earlier, so we get the full interview. But interesting, Max Feeney getting some support from Lee Dunham, former European motocross champion, and very much a Kawasaki man. And I was talking to his father earlier. They said they've been doing some work on that bike just to get a little bit more competitive and up near the front there.
Looks to have done all right so far on that one. Excuse me.
So Elliot Dufton, great start to the race there. Leads by now 1.5 seconds from his main rival Chase Collymore in second place. Zach Shelton, Luke Allen, and Reece Stevenson rounding up the top 5. Jack Worth in sixth place. Not such a good start though for Max Feeney or Joe Duggan, who dropped down a little bit. But at the moment, Elliot Dufton on the KTM 65 has had a good start. Breaking away. Here we see the battle, the Dayglow yellow helmet of Chase Collymore in second place. Zach Shelton right on his tail in third. But Collymore riding smart at the moment. He's got those lines covered as they make their way to Conrod Straight. Can't do anything about Dufton, who's clearing away at the front. And a good battle there with the 28.
Luca Allen and Reece Stevenson, I believe. Yes, this would be the one to keep an eye on. As we said, Elliot Dufton has a significant lead already, but expect to see Zach battling with Chase as the race goes on, and perhaps we'll see Reece and Luca get involved in that as well.
I have to say, Elliot Dufton this morning when we spoke to him, he looked quietly confident. He was pleased. He had, of course, the championship at the moment is his to lose, but he's got to go out there and get those races won. It's by no means a foregone conclusion, but he seemed to be confident in his abilities this morning, and he is cleared away at the front. Collymore struggling to keep up in second place with Zach Shelton right on his tail, but Collymore under a lot of pressure at the moment, but he's riding smart in second place. The man to look out for, though, I think, is Reece Stevenson, who appears to be catching up.
Yep, he's certainly closing on them. Just keep an eye on that one as the race progresses. We're now following the pack towards the back, who's led by, I want to say that's Joe Duggan.
like that's the Joe Duggan. Yeah, yes indeed it is. You're right there. Henry Bain, I think, behind him.
Yes, the 34 Lissy Whitmore there in the third bike of this. He goes to the inside, but doesn't have a pace advantage there. Towards the back, the smaller rider is Preston Ward.
He's starting to catch up actually, Preston Ward in 12th position on Lissy Whitmore. We just saw him, he had a good run down Conrod Straight. Oh, that's Whitmore running wide.
It's Ward, sorry. And I'm not sure who the other rider is.
That's Preston Ward down the inside there, by the looks of things. So,
there's two behind Lissy, and only one showing. Oh no, we've got Joe Woodward now showing, and Dan Goodman. As our time screens adjust.
Change here towards the back.
The more the merrier.
So they join the race as Elliot Duffman goes through, Chase Collymore, Zach Shelton third.
Shelton's just dropped back to 4th place. I think Stevenson's taken 3rd place as they come past our window. Not seen by our cameras, but yes, change for 3rd position. Coming over the line now, we shall see it. Dufton still leads. Chase Collymore coming through now. There he is, 4 seconds behind. And yes, Reece Stevenson leads Zach Shelton.
Stevenson actually putting the pressure.
Oh, Stevenson comes off.
Oh, big crash there. He's wiped out the side of the track. I think he's all right, but
that's a real moment for Reece Stevenson. He's up and walking already.
I think he's a bit winded there. That will have
fair
rung
play
his
to
bell
him
a
for
bit
getting up from that one. It was a hefty moment there on the exit of the first corner.
Now that's a shame because he was running well and he was starting to catch up on Chase Collymore. He was absolutely charging over the last couple of laps with Stevenson. I actually missed that. I didn't see the crash itself. What, did he just lose the front end, did he?
I caught the end of it out the window as I was looking kind of at the timing screen just beneath it. I'm not quite sure what happened, and I think the cameras were following someone else as well, unfortunately.
Good battle here though with Max Feeney. I think that's Jack Worth in front of him on it's a very rare machine there, Husqvarna 65 with Feeney on his tail there on the Kawasaki 65cc 2-stroke machines. These of course derived from motocross and similar sort of age group of riders on these in British mini bikes. And that's the old style Husqvarna there, the white machine just ahead of Feeney, Jack Worth. And that was in the days when Husqvarna was owned by BMW. And they switched over to KTM. It's a very different bike now, the Husqvarna. But to that machine that Jack Worth's riding as he shut the door on the exit quite firmly on Max Feeney. They're having a great little scrap here as they go through these Leicester corners in towards Luna Bend. And they're having a right old go to here. This great battle for 5th position on your screens now.
They are indeed. Max Feeney, we spoke to earlier in that interview, which unfortunately was beguiled with audio problems, but comes up the straight now. Looks to be heading for the inside, although I don't think he's got enough pace to make a move on this lap.
Elliot Duffton clear and away, going round Joey Dunlop corner onto the finish line straight. Chase Collymore still in second. There's a lapper just in front of these two guys here, Jack Worth and Max Feeney, still having that great battle. We just saw Luke Rowland going through, just out of shot, currently in 4th place. Of course, we lost Stevenson earlier on with a spectacular wipeout, and I don't think he's got back in the race. He went back on his feet, but it was a hefty tumble.
Made his way back into the pits.
Looking at this now, Max Feeney trying to close up here on Jack Worth. He's got a good run as they make their way down Rogerson Straight. They're on now towards Luna Bend. Elliot Duffton looking clear at the front, but Jack Worth with good entry into the corner. But Feeney looks quick on the exit. He's a bit of a smaller rider as well, so he might just benefit him coming down Conrod Straight, but not quite enough to get down the inside into Penrith Climb. Very close battle here between these two riders.
Yeah, it looks to me like he's getting an acceleration advantage out of the corner, but seems to top out around about the same speed, which means he can't quite get the move done. He has 2 laps left to do it across the line here.
Goes Luke Rowland just out of shot, still there in 4th place. Jack Worth, Max Feeney 5th and 6th, still very close indeed. Joe Duggan, Lissy Whitmore, Henry Bain and Preston Ward running up the top 10. Joe Woodward still in the race, but we seem to have lost Daniel Goodman and spectacularly, of course, earlier on Reece Stevenson.
The back end of Worth's bike kicked out a bit on the exit of that corner. Feeney's trying to seize the opportunity, but hasn't been able to, unfortunately.
I think he was almost caught out there by Worth. He seems to have had the door shut on him somewhat there. So Tuscaloosa versus Kawasaki into Luna Bend. Down the back straight they go. I haven't seen one of those old school Husqvarnas for a while now, but that bike's certainly being used to good effect by Jack Worth, as again the lead on a racing back Kawasaki of Max Feeney has a look down the inside. Elliot Dufton clear and away now by 9 seconds, but all the action is this battle for 5th at the moment with Jack Worth and Max Feeney.
Yep, I shall keep an eye on these two as they come around the first corner. I believe we'll be picking up our race leader Elliot Dufton momentarily, but I will keep an eye on this battlefield as they come into the left-handed hairpin. Feeney moves to the inside, can't make a move stick on this lap, although he gets the cut back. They are side by side, and I think he's got it.
Great move.
Yes, he does.
Feeney. Always a bit ragged
Worth's
on the
not
curve
done
there.
yet, but through the S's, onto the straight, coming down to Luna Bend now. Feeney has the position, 5th place.
Good riding there actually from Max Feeney. He had that move set up about 2 or 3 corners in advance. He had to work hard at it, and well, it looks to me like Jack Worth may have been holding up Max Feeney, because now he's clear. He's made his way through. Now he's starting to pull away somewhat. So the 33 of Max Feeney up to 5th place. Meanwhile, Elliot Dufton, number 441, is clear and away going into the final lap. 10.9 seconds from Chase Collymore.
Yeah, that's an excellent ride from Dufton, who I'm sure will pick up momentarily. We're still watching Feeney and Worth. Is this Dufton? No, it's
This is
not.
the 34 of that's Lissy Whitmore, I think, who's coming under some slight pressure from Henry Bain. So back great place.
Dufton up the hill. I'm not sure if our cameras can pick him up. He's been that fast today. Checker flag is prepared for him.
He's coming down towards the.
This is him, is it?
I think that's. I think it's one of the lappers actually. There he is. That's Dufton.
Who we're after. Checker flag is waved. Elliot Dufton takes the win. First race now. Funbikes M2R Racing Junior SM 140s and our Junior SM 65s.
Oh, and it's a drag race to the line there from Chase Collymore, and Zach Shelton just a little bit further behind in 3rd place. Luke Allen should be coming through, and here's the battle for 5th position. It's going to be Max Feeney from Jack Worth, 5th and 6th place in that great battle for almost the entire race. But this is the guy who it's been all about, Elliot Dufton. Fantastic ride for him.
Yes, accomplished ride from Elliot Dufton. We'll look at the Circuit Championship later this afternoon.
Shout out to Honful watching us on YouTube. Don't forget, of course, you can watch this not only on the Alpha Live Facebook page, but also on the YouTube channel where you can watch it in 1040 on your TV screen as well. So British Mini Bikes here at Three Sisters. Shout out, of course, going for number 441, the race winner, Elliot Dufton. We are here at Three Sisters near Wigan in Lancashire throughout the afternoon here at the British Mini Bikes.
Hello and welcome to Funbikes TV. My name is MJ and today I'm going to introduce you to the M2R RF160 Supermoto. This is the Supermoto version of the RF160, which you can find out more information for by visiting funbikes.co.uk or by following the link below. Turn 1 is the main objective. Get there first and the race can be won. This is achieved with the high performance, single cylinder, 160cc oil-cooled YX engine, offering exhilarating performance early with thrillingly brilliant acceleration. Alloy handguards have been added to protect your hands in close racing and in the event of a crash. Also added for this exact reason are crash bobbins, which protect the track in the event you fall off the bike. It comes with adjustable front SP forks and a D&M rear shock to allow for a high level of flexibility, stability and traction. This Supermoto also features a quick action throttle, mag wheels and our huge factory spec twin pot front big brake system, meaning it's virtually track ready from the crate. The only thing we'd recommend as an add-on would be a set of mutual race tyres and a pair of tyre warmers, both of which can be purchased from funbikes.co.uk. Finally, a sump catch tank has been added, a must for championship racing as they stop any leaking fluids from your bike landing on the track and making it potentially dangerous for any rider. This has been a short review for the M2R KM160 Supermoto, which you can order now from funbikes.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching and let the fun begin.
Incredible battling from our
SM Junior 140 about to go underway. Some of the reactions here on the Facebook page. Robbie Little, Adrian Bike Middleton giving us the thumbs up to that superb battle in the pit bike. So we move on now to some of our junior riders, Funbikes and M2R Racing junior category, of course. M2R Racing, one of our sponsors of the British Mini Bike Series. Elliot Dufton, the man who has been on top form today, took pole position, of course, won the earlier moto. Chase Collymore, second place. Reece Stevenson, third. Zach Shelton, fourth. Luca Allen and Max Feeney in sixth position. Jack Worth and Joe Duggan, of course. Max Feeney and Jack Worth having that super battle in the first race earlier on today. So will they be banging handlebars again this time round? Let's hope from a television point of view that they do so. Henry Bain and Joe Woodward, 9th and 10th position. Oh, I think there may be a delay before the action gets underway though, because we're just looking at, just been informed that there was an incident on the final lap of that 160 race on the actual rolling lap, was it? I think actually a rider went down on the formation lap on this race, not the previous one. So this is on Luna Corner, a rider just dropping the bike. So please bear with us. We'll be hoping to get the race underway as quickly as possible, but of course priorities have to come first for a rider down. Rider safety, of course, is the most important thing. So our medics, who are always doing a fantastic job here at these BMB events, just down on Luna Corner. So the rider's being held on the start grid for the time being. I think they have been told just to cut the engines for now, because we may be a few moments before things get underway. And yeah, we weren't looking down there at the time, but I think a rider went down on the formation. Now, this is just on Luna Corner, just on the outside of the track, and I think the rider's parents have been told they're going over to check if that rider's okay. We don't know who it is, so we won't try to guess, but the rider is still down there just receiving some treatment from the medics. So let's hope that's nothing too serious. The race coming up then is our third race in the block. It's Funbikes M2R Junior SM140 and JSM 65, mixture of the 140 pit bikes and the 65cc two-stroke machines. They'll be out very shortly. Vets will follow from that. Then we've got some racing from the Funbikes and Bambinos, 140s, Mini GPs, and rounding out the action, of course, the South Coast Honda Ultimate Super Mini and Pit Bike Open here at Three Sisters. But at the moment, it's been a relatively fast-flowing day. We're fortunate to say we've not had many incidents. This is one of our first, and as you say, there is a rider down. Went down on the formation lap, so the rider, the parents over there with the rider now, and the medics. Luckily, of course, that part of the track is where the medics have their station, so they were instantly on the scene. And goes without saying, of course, we hope it's nothing too serious.
Absolutely, just the one red flag so far today. And it might have been this one earlier, because I seem to remember Reece Stevenson having an off just after the first corner. No, sorry, the one earlier was for
it was
the Murray's bike.
That was the mini GP, wasn't it? I think the red flag.
Obviously, our guest driver. his name eludes me. He was on a black 8
Oh, yeah.
bike.
Ash Edwards, possibly.
No.
No.
I think
Well, sorry, yeah.
it was the one which Zach Shelton won. Zach Shelton got 4th place for this one. Zach Shelton is the one. Ross Brown was 2nd. I can name everyone, but no, he came off his bike. And only a brief pause that one.
Of course, this is a tense time for the riders. Everyone's all good and ready to go at this stage, but having to hang fire, of course, because of a delay out on the track with an injured rider. So the riders very much in race mode, and they're just going to keep themselves ready for action, really. And if it goes on for too long, of course, they may have to send the riders out on another formation lap just to make sure that the tyres and the machines are all warmed up correctly, because the bike's stationary engines have stopped on the line for the time being. So at the moment we're just waiting for the medics to give us the all clear, and of course we'll give them the time they take. Although I think from our vantage point, this is purely from what we can see from our vantage point on the commentary point, it looks like the injured rider is walking away.
Yep, he's up on his feet and heading in towards the medical car. I'm not sure if he's getting in the medical car. Looks like he's just heading towards the gate to me. Alfie Davidson was the name of our man on the number 8 bike who brought out a red flag earlier. Alfie also up on his feet. Our rider down at Luna is just heading to the back of the medical car to receive some treatment, I believe.
So we shall wait and see what happens here, because sometimes if the riders are on the grid for a especially long time, if there's any delays, it may be the case where they have to do another formation lap, but we shall wait and see what the clerk of the course decides on that one. But everyone just listening to the radios, I think, down there on the start line, just waiting for the all clear from the medics. And of course, as much as we want to go racing, we just need to. Oh, here we go. We just got this gesticulation there. It's one more formation lap. So the riders aren't racing yet, but away they go again. Bike's back underway. Let's hope they can get around in one piece this time, of course. Just trying to looking at the lap charts here, trying to get an idea who that was. We couldn't see the rider close up from it. It's quite far from our vantage point where the incident happened, so we wouldn't like to start taking a guess as to who it was at this stage, but hopefully we should be able to pick it up on the lap charts. But the good news is the most important thing is, of course, here is that we did see the rider walking away, so this is where the incident occurred. Actually, this is Luton corner. So of course the riders do get the tyres warmed up, but might have just been caught out on perhaps the track a bit more slippery than they were imagining, possibly.
We're missing 3 from qualifying. That's Jack Worth, Dan Goodman, and Mason Greasley, but I couldn't tell you which of those it was, unfortunately. So we'll press on with this race. Elliot Duffton, Chase Collymore, Reece Stevenson, and Zach Shelton will line up in the front 2 rows of the grid. Luca Allen and Max Feely on the 3rd. They will all.
Now, the thing I remember later in the season at these BMB events, and of course you may have caught this up at the start of the season, when we've got the spring and the autumn months where the racing goes on into the late afternoon. And of course we're at this time of year now, getting towards 4 o'clock, where the temperatures start to drop, and of course earlier evenings, it means the track temperature for these later races could be a little bit cooler than they expected in the first, although we're ready to go at least on the grid.
Yep, green flag up. And away we go. Good start from pole position from Elliot Duffton. Chase Collymore got away well as well. He seems to have held 2nd place, although he's under a lot of pressure.
One rider left on the line there was Preston Ward. I think he may have stalled the bike, but he gets underway okay. So the whole pack, minus of course our fallen rider, away safely. And the man who's been on top form today, Elliot Duffton, has got another great start, but Chase Collymore still there in 2nd place.
Reece Stevenson picks up 3rd. Zach Shelton holds 4th place. I think that's Luca Allen there. 5th. Ben now for the first time.
Here we go down Conrod Straight. Elliot Duffton getting on the power on that KTM 65, but it's a drag race for 2nd as Stevenson had a great line there, goes round the outside, but Chase Collymore passed him like he was stood still. So for that sort of pass to happen, I think Stevenson had that one lined up on Luna corner, but Collymore having to fend off.
Zach Shelton. That's Shelton's come around the outside. Collymore moves to the inside of Paddock. Will look to get him back. And doesn't. Shelton holds that third place. Collymore down into fourth.
Luke Allen and Max Feeney just a little bit further behind this battle for second place. Dufton getting to work early on, trying to pull away, but this battle for second, as we say, look out for Luke Allen, who's just coming into shot now, and the green Kawasaki of Max Feeney.
Collymore retakes Shelton for third place into the S's.
So the battle now squaring up for third position. It looks like second is just edging ahead slightly, but not by very much. Stevenson. Collymore, who had a difficult second half of the lap, seems to have found his rhythm again and is starting to put Stevenson under pressure. Here we see Max Feeney going down the inside of Luke Allen. Great move there from him. And he moves up another position on the Kawasaki KX65. Zach Shelton chased Collymore, battling away. Oh, and look at this from Shelton. He's very quick into Joey Dunlop and almost made the pass there, but not quite.
Doesn't have a look down in Paddock, even though he's very close going over the line. Let's see if he can make something happen to Valley. Looks to be a bit further behind there. All three of them still.
Elliot Duffin clear away at the front in his early stages. Here we see the battle on the edge of the top 10. We've got Joe Duggan, Joe Woodward, Lissy Mitmore, Henry Bain, and is that Preston Ward? I think if that is, he really has moved up well. We're just going to check that KTM at the back there. Possibly Preston Ward. We're just looking at the timing charts here, and yeah, he's about a second down on this battle, so he's done well to get back into contention. There's the 34 of Lissy Whitmore, just ahead of Henry Bain.
That would be Preston Ward, I believe, unless there's a timer not showing up. As mentioned, I'm not showing up on the timing screen, one of which was our fallen rider, but the other one could just be without a transponder.
Yeah, that's the 71. There he is on shot now of Preston Ward. He is up to 11th place. So look down the inside, and he was the rider who stalled the bike at the start. He had a very bad start to this race. He was cut adrift from the rest of the field. So he's starting to get involved at the back here. Elliot Dufton still leading the race. And here we see this battle on the edge of the top 10. Preston Ward trying to close up on Lissy Whitmore, and Joe Woodward with Joe Duggan in there as well. All very close. Plenty of action here throughout the field, and Joe Woodward still in 8th place. Well, it's the rider at the front of this little battle here, as Lissy Whitmore and Preston Ward also will bunch up as near to the front. Here we see the battle for third, and Zach Shelton is not giving up as he puts the pressure on the third place man, Chase Collymore.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see what happens with this gang of riders. All four of them very experienced in British mini bikes: Stevenson, Collymore, Shelton and Feeney. And Shelton looks most likely to make something happen. In fact, up the inside of Dunlop, Shelton takes third place.
Lovely move then. He made the pass stick as well, because the thing is, on this final corner, it's rather quick, so you can't afford to be too aggressive into that corner and lose the momentum on the pit straight. But Shelton with a fantastic move there, holds on to third place. Collymore trying to fight back. This allows Rhys Stevenson, the man just in front there on the KTM, just to try and pull away slightly. And Zach Shelton, the first of the 144 strokes. Two in front, the 65cc two-stroke machines. Elliot Dufton clearing away at the front, and now Zach Shelton is on a charge here. He's going to try and pressure Rhys Stevenson into second place.
But instead, I think Collymore's going to come back at him.
Quite right.
We take a look at the hill now, and yes, Collymore up the inside retakes third place.
Lovely move there from Chase Collymore. It's a very fast part of the circuit. You really have got to be precise to make a move down there, as Shelton looks down the inside and takes third momentarily. And does he hold on?
Oh, it's tight, and there's a back marker involved. Yes, Shelton holds position. I did say to Zach earlier that Chase is a bit smaller than him and often has the advantage at that straight. Seems to have realised that you can pick him off on the last corner with a bit of extra speed there if Chase gets him up the straight.
This is sometimes where the weight differential can make a difference, of course, in likes of karting, of course, the lighter drivers, it can sometimes help.
Sorry, Chris, he's very close to Stevenson there.
Stevenson dragging into Luna there. I think he may have made a mistake, possibly.
Yes, but yeah, as you were saying, the weight differential can make a difference, and Chase tries to take advantage of it again. Not quite able to this lap.
Nice line there from Zach Shelton in third through that corner just to guard the inside and not lose any time. And it looks like he's thrown Collymore off the scent for a few seconds at least. And now Shelton looks to be, well, Reece Stevens had a bad lap there. He did seem to lose time, and coming under pressure from Zach Shelton now.
Yeah, Shelton would have seen what happened last lap and would be keen to take advantage should anything happen on this one. They are very close going through Valley. We're currently watching the fight towards the back of the field. I'll keep an eye out the window on our second, third and fourth place riders.
So that was Joe Woodward in shot there with Missy Whitmore, Preston Ward, Henry Bain a little bit further behind, of course, and Daniel Goodman just at the front of that little battle there on the edge of the top 10. They've been scrapping for the entire race as we go into the last lap, and it's looking good so far for Dufton, but here's the battle of the second.
Yes, Dufton up the hill just ahead of these, and looks like Shelton's too far back to make an impression on Reece Stevenson. Stevenson had a much better trip around Luna. Dufton now coming down the hill into the final corner. The checkered flag is ready and waiting for him. Here he is. Elliot Dufton takes his second win of the day. Stevenson, Shelton and Collymore neck and neck. Tenths of a second separate them.
Looks like Max Feeney's gone through in 5th place. Luke Allen and Joe Duggan a bit further behind.
It's fantastic racing again from the youngsters.
So the rest of the field now making their way around the final corner. We'll pick this one. I think this, oh, this could be Preston Ward. No,